welcome to yet another edition of the program The Well, where they come to you every Friday at exactly 7 p.m. The Well, na program where they look at things them where they happen inside Parliament and things them where they happen outside but concern Parliament. You can join we on we Facebook page when at Two Talk FM and same way so on we YouTube channel when at Two Talk 98.5 FM. Me where the host the program today, me na Mary Makalmamara. Today we will look at one key important topic we get for do with the PR system, but we will look at the lessons learned from the PR system, within Salon land from the PR system. We all know say Salon passed through one big change now in electoral system from 2023. Both Parliament and local council then they go through district block PR system. Recently, the Speaker of Parliament, retired Honorable Singapore Solomon Thomas, be explained na the Well of Parliament say because Salona they use the PR system for election, it's a power for be share according to the proportion of votes and seat where each party don't win. For talk but this topic is so proper, I get with me, a fine gentleman who come from New National Election Watch. Mr. Charles, thank you for coming. Kittel from Good Ado.
Fambu, good evening.
Okay, so we go for a short break, and when we come back, we go for the discussion proper.
Business not for just make money. Now the engine where they push the economy go before. From that businessman who are make them for sales to that entrepreneur where they do massive innovation where they shape the country in future. Kushe and Cabo now the big market. Go side where they talk about business and how for make business go and change real life. Every week we get for the talk about the things that where they happen at the market, things that like waiting government they do, and how in they affect price, profits, and other things there, and we own safe life. Small business or big business or manufacturer or investor or farmer or all get for the inside the big market talk. So sit down, open ears, listen, and join we participate every Tuesday 5 p.m. na True Talk Radio 98.5 FM. Also, we they build strong business for strong country.
Welcome back. Remember say the program where they listen to Nadi Well, where they meet you every Friday at exactly 7 p.m. You can same way so be a part of the discussion by sending a text message on we number 072641729, or you can give your comments on we Facebook page when at Two Talk FM, or on we YouTube channel when at Two Talk 98.5 FM. So now we can start the discussion proper. Mr. Charles, for people that understand, you can tell we the work way una don they do over the years, National Election Watch, we don't know say una be don they do positive things them over the years. So one for know some of the things that una don they do.
Okay, Fambu, for you ain't no new, better one. I go briefly tell you what the National Election Watch they bought. And maybe you self will not sabi me. Me na Charles Kev Cobain. Me na the program manager for the National Election Watch. And at the same way so double as the acting national coordinator, because the national coordinator they out of country, they on medical. So I they play them to responsibility then they enroll na new. National Election Watch now a local election observation outfit in a salon. We get 450 registered organization them. We make up of CBOs, community-based organizations, civil society, CSOs. We get interreligious council. We get a religious faith-based organization. Then also we did it. We get international non-governmental organizations as part of new. We also get non-governmental when are local non-governmental organizations then we make up new. So now all of them shades, we get trade unionists then, the teachers union, they with we, the Labour Congress, they with new. Now all the way make up new, and new being formally come into being since 2002 for prepare for observe the 2002 elections. And then since that time, new don't they observe all elections where don't happen at Salone. As long as an election conducted by the official election management body in this country, new always don't they observe. Whether na by-election, whether na primary chieftaincy election, whether na parliamentary, na local council, since 2002, 2004 local council election, 2007 elections, 2012, 2018, 2023, all elections will don't happen at Salone. New, don't observe all. And new can always come out with electoral cycle report for inform the public on the elections that we don't observe how it been talent, waiting happen inside it, whether it been free, it been fair, it been be an election we meet international standard and international best practice. We can give we observatory findings and recommendation on the elections that day. And we can normally come out with press releases during the course and day we would observe elections.
Okay, plenty thank you. Well, the topic again we begin for discuss here so today now the lesson we Salone learn from the PR system. But before we go to the lessons, they say we take 10 kill and show make we low single. They say we want for see and she got it for take 10 kill and not so. But Bokuma not gonna know what in PR system mean, so you can tell you what in PR system really mean and how they operate in a Salone.
Okay, so Sierra Leone get if you go back to the amendment of the 1991 Constitution, we happened in 2001 for prepare for the 2002 election. Section 38 A and B part of farm. You know, Salone, we national constitution when at the 1991 Constitution, the original election we prescribed inside that 1991 and first past the post election. So, but during 1996, when we first restored democracy in a Salone, we've been there power. And we mean say, beaucoup parts in a Salone not be accessible at all for go do boundary delimitation and for even involve people then by election because beaucoup they don't come out from their locality then as displaced. Some they don't go across the borders of Salone as refugee in Liberia and Guinea and beyond. So we'll not be able to delimit with boundary at all, and so government being opt for law do now being one block system, now be national block system in 1996. So everybody being belong to one great district as a country, and we being ushered in democracy because we want democracy at all costs for make sure say the military then come on a power. But so for that 2002 election, they amend the constitution now and say because still we just don't come up and war. President Kaba of blessed memory been declared the war over on 18th January of 2002. So meaning just barely 4 months into elections, we've been prepared for go get election, we don't war. And so time not been there for go back and go delimit them boundary. Imagine boundary they were on there for over 2 decades, will not delimit them. And so then decide for go amend that section there, section 38, for say this time around we for introduce the district block proportional representation system for allow for make we still then part of the country who not able access, who not able for go the limit, we don't know the population of them different districts, we go able warrant delimiting them into constituencies. Now we get district block. So meaning every constituency inside one particular district they turn one grain district or constituency like put on that way for the layman. For some district then they get 10 constituencies. some you get 6, some you get 12, where they return 12 MPs. Like for Kailan at that time, then we get like 10 constituencies where they return 10 MPs, then turn it to 1 district, 1 constituency. So then at the end of the day, all of them district and they count on one constituency. We 9 day under the district block proportional representation. So it means say everybody where they run for election that 1 district una they represent. So if una come out as elected people of that district, the interest of that district, now una all supposed to address whatever challenge, whatever democratic governance they happen there, now all supposed to work as 1 unit because they elect una as 1 unit, regardless of the political party we they represent. Now that's not the district block proportional representation. But whether then they don't be implemented well, we'll discuss them as we go along. Whether it benefits the electorate then, we will also get for know as we go along with the conversation. But for let people be aware that that's actually the district block proportional representation mean. We mean say we contest under 16 districts. Salonga 16 geopolitical districts. Beginning from the dead east, take time you cross the south, you go to the north, the northwest, and the west. That's 16 districts. But inside that 16 districts, now culminate into the number of parliamentary seats and we'll get today at parliament.
Okay. So new beyond they monitor the 2023 election. Waiting on a key observation then about transparency and trust under the PR system.
Well, the election we observed in 2023, it been get a mixed bag. It started well in some areas. Some areas been get challenged, even from the moment of the registry, because election not to just that election day. You know, could follow the processes right through. So even from the time of voter registration, when they happen, challenges been there. Even though we be no say we they can do election, we for don't prepare as a country for make sure say then challenges and they not to all time okay election we get then challenger for the surmount we for able to surmount the challenges. But then the very first 5 days of the registration we get enormous challenges with the machine and system for them in wing. But because we they work with the ECSL, we then get a memorandum of understanding we will sign with the ECSL. We work now for add value to the electoral process. We know they for just they can critique, but now for can add value. So issues that we will see, we they engage the leadership of the ECSL and the electoral management body then. We concerned about the very issue we would observe during them processes then day. And so many a time we adopt the method before we even go out to press release. If we really think say they get turning issues that will fan out, we engage with the leadership first. Let them know that the perspective this, but they come out. We not need them for let them influence we press release, but for let them know say we they do it from a genuine perspective, we they do it for help the process, so that will help also for inform them earlier before they inform the public, so that we don't prepare how public reaction for they have for manage the public reaction around the issue then they. So, and luckily the management and the leadership of ECSL been really positive for receive the inquiries and they will raise about the machine them, the first time voter them will go with them, the name them, then that are not be even available inside that. I think I've been the VVR or waiting, I don't remember the exact name again. You know, so but that VVR machine there now aiming get everybody in data when we don't go through the NCRA process. So you just go verify number now say okay, I dey inside. If you know there, now the computer, then you go back to that machine then capture you. But a lot of the first time voters not being getting details because they're not being done transported to the ECSL portal will be for capture. It was a harmless mistake we then do, even though it impose challenge to the process. So but when we engage ECSL and say, oh, we will go back to NCRA. This is a mistake, not by our own making, but then they compare data. Then they take data by the electoral law from the from NCRA, and then from the NCRA, then they clean and now and join them together with the one we then do as verification during their own voter registration exercise for make the voter register. So then challenges, and then by the time they go the 5, the 6, then no address them. Few areas been get back the problem now, where been they erupt in the process. But at the end of the day, some community elders and the way they put systems together for address them. Although that been get implication will come with that the process, suspicion arise because some areas the way they go, they say now MP na encounter that generator for let them put on for enhance the process. Oh now we want get edge over incompetent. So suspicion become inside. Some side na paramount chiefs them they provide machine because the solar system not been they work effectively in many areas. But that's also because we work with ECSL, we ensure say we update them, then things and let them be able for help for harmonize them, and the registration go on. In the second phase of the registration, most of the issues will be come in the first phase we are already taken care of, so then be able for run and smoothly, far better than the first phase of the registration exercise. But then when it comes and release of the data for the voter register, we can get serious challenge back. Even we will observe, they go PPLC meeting, we they ask, where this data, where this voter register, political parties and they ask for one. We're not able to forget access to until few days to elections.
Yeah, one of the biggest concerns.
So yes, and then maybe they create serious tension. You know, when they deal with elections until we forget trust. Now trust building and for Didi. Anything where they bring small iota of doubt, it lead to suspicion. And maybe you go to do them, you don't really get anything up your sleeve. But because you not open it up, people they become suspicious of your action. And another weekend day for the guide, the electoral management body, this now so the law say, una do it this way so that people not go get suspicion by any means. So but then it been get serious standoff between the ECSL and the main opposition political party who go on a PPLC meeting. But at the end of the day, we had to manage with the situation. Even though it came out late, but at least it came out and people get access to them. When we do voter registration verification, we not get access to the data. We apply to ECSL that we get consultant when an international consultant. We come when an EU hire for access just for do credibility in the voter register. Then promise we say them will give you that data. We not ever get until the consultant doing work. We've been finding very difficult, very challenging because until that data available, the only way we'll be able to interact even now with the voter register now when they go hang on at the community then, at the voter registration center then for let people go do verification. Now then now we get for reverse and review the template of we formula only for use for really engage on the register. So we've been just get for do random selection then now for make sure say we still able to achieve the desired goal of the research will be the
Okay, all right. So when we talk about the implementation, since this PR system don't be implemented, do you think say much difference don't they compared to first time?
No. Then if anybody tells you say this PR don't create a change in the electoral landscape, it will deceive you because many of the things where the proponents of the PR system been promised will not see. How the PR system will take on board smaller political parties for go parliament, and a thing we knew we been stand always for refute and PPLC meetings. But the smaller parties, their eyes not be open. Each time we raise them, then say get suspicion. Why knew they make this thing so? They no want for let we go na parliament. We say the kind threshold alone safe where they don't put na the law for the PR system, not going to encourage smaller parties. You know, the electoral landscape in this country. Now only two political parties in this country don't they get beyond 10% in every election. A political party that came so close to having 9% was NGC in 2018. So no political party no day except SLPP and APC. So we told them this thing SLPP APC business. This thing they promote. They did not realize it until when the thing don't take ground, they prepare for go election, the threshold came out. Because we are informing them based on first the white paper will come on. The white paper prescribed 30%. We challenge government say, but 30%, that means so then even one political party no more go parliament. So we need forget a threshold where we able to encourage. As soon as don't propose, say now for encourage political parties that way small for go parliament. You can't have a higher threshold than you expect those parties for good. That was the very first lesson we will learn when I a mistake. And so I could still remember one of the man that will be the dancer, then will get the party for go parliament. Unfortunately, it didn't a true word today. Brother Kokan. Here in the secretary for APA. They make small chamot. Say now this new be they tell we. But now you say we party them will go to parliament. Look the threshold now they don't give you now. Now APC and SLPP no more go benefit. And then everybody was now referring to new. But we don't get anything for do. We've been don't lay the ground, the awareness. For now being the party then now be for help for champions. You know, if we now still want for let PR hold for this election, let the threshold not they high this so. But they did it. And so it became the reality of the day that 11.9% they will require. And again, it eliminates not only political parties or the so-called smaller political parties from parliament, because in 2018 we been get 4 political parties in parliament. We get SLPP, we get APC, we get BMDC, NGC,
C4C.
Those are the 4 parties we've been there. Well, at least they make parliament much more livelier because you go need for really engage with C4C and NGC before you go push for any law for pass. So the 2 bigger parties being also get an interplay with then 2 other parties will join in a parliament. So it became a healthy kind of parliamentary proceedings each time they may get for debate on processes in a parliament. But when you limit the party to 2, then 2 big political parties, it also promotes acrimony. And how they see so. So because it becomes a do or die affair between the 2. When 4 people been there or 3 parties there, sometimes you go get for go leverage to the other party. At least it bring harmony among them.
Yeah.
And which is no longer the case. Now this they see in company like na anti. This self they perceive in company and a political enemy. And governance not supposed to be not to enemy. You dey in an opposition, you dey in government, no mean say this person not get idea or this person your idea you not go able for reason with them in the interest of the public, in the interest of pushing development forward. So now that make we for the get a lot of education for them political party here for make sure say they know their responsibility to the people because now we are the employer then I employee to we. But in the Sierra Leonean context, then people had the thing say then now they employ we for and now we for serve them rather than then serve we. Yeah, we not the help with governance. So the PR not really help for solve that one day at the end of the day. We'll be also get independent candidate then post 2018 election. We may get 3 independent candidates where we make up the 132 seats there in parliament. Added now to the one that will come up from the paramount chiefs, we make count 146. So, and we been get an increase, a steady rise in the increase of women participation stemming from 2002.
Yeah, and another point of
Yeah, stemming from 1996, 2002, women then be a bit scared for coming to the politics because we've been just they come out of war. Not all when they see the need, even if the woman see the need, sometimes in family you know they see need say go inside politics because they may think say politics na man affair and it be too vicious. So woman not to be a place for let woman go. Not that they feel woman inferior, no, but for many family for the safety of the woman, then can stop you say no, no go wrong, no, because this is a problem. It go bring to you. It they even bring tension between married couples. So, but going along 2007, we had 38 women go run for parliament. By the time we go 2012, the number increased. By the time we go to 2018, there were 100 women were registered under the political parties for run for parliamentary seats. So, which was a very good uptake. From 38 you go straight to 100. So if we get 60 women they return to parliament out of that 100, we make up 12.12%, and they will add now the two paramount chief women they will join them, a carry that percentage to 12.3% of women representation at parliament under the 2028 elections. So we see again in 2023, they make an amendment to the law, a policy coming where they urge the political parties forget space for women in any 3 nominees, at least get 1 woman part of your then 3 nominees. So if you are making 10 nominees in a particular district, it means say you must get 3 women inside them 10 then day. So if you win 7 out of them seats and then 3 seats they already where women occupy, there's a likelihood that 2 or 3 of them go win that seats there.
Okay, this decision from this year.
For 2023 now.
2023, okay.
Yes. But this not as a result of PR.
Okay.
I want to let people very much understand, and they have been educating people across the country. The PR are not responsible for whatever quota of women representation in the parliament. Now, the law where they amend on the electoral policy for make sure say political parties be encouraged for enlist women, and it became something where the ECSL be really follow hard and fast. If their name then they come, you know, get woman there as high supposed to be every 3 woman named Diddy, then they reject the list. You know, they even enter in the data system where then they register the nominees. So either way, if we go back to first past the post, as long as they maintain that law that any representation owner they make woman for DD, any 3 woman for DD will still always increase on woman quota. So for me, by and large, the PR only come in for benefits to political parties. And the awkward lesson in all research what I don't do. The SLPP are the more beneficiary of the PR system than any other political party. I did say this based on fact, data. I go through ECSL and data where you look at the one where the CEC signed on the 3rd of July 2024 and send and post. SLPP except for McKinney, but then get sit in all APC stronghold. But did APC command any seat in any of the SLPP stronghold? No. And one of the things where the proponents and they sell out to it they encourage, they take care of what in them they call waste vote, but still in the PR voting in the waste. There are places where APC get up to I think 9% in Kenema, but they don't get it. And waste votes down there. Political parties then they will contest there. Some get 1%, some get 0.5 something percent. The votes not count. So in whichever system, there will be times where some people not go win and the votes not go before. But it not mean say they not matter in the governance. But when people they engage public, then they begin put fallacies behind policies because they want to make it become an instrument for gain for let them gain governance, it's bad. Because when people face with the reality of the day, then they understand that what you've been telling prior to this introduction of the PR system, na lie. In no whole water. The PR system still get vote with the waste. But it give rise to one political party alone for big seat in all of the other districts. Another party not get one set from any other side except in own stronghold. So they promote this same thing we say they promote national cohesion. You not promoter. You eliminate other parties, all the 11 political parties completely from your own zone. Now you no more win. Now all your districts whether you stronghold. It does not enhance national cohesion. And where them say na in PR they can for promote. No. The PR just empower one political party over the others. Because he able to penetrate into the other strongholds and get seats there. Maybe because of the voter dynamics. If you look at the political makeup of Sierra Leone, I come from the southeast. But the northerners are more liberal in elections than we come from the southeast. The southeast we too monofocal in terms of electoral decision making. The southeast majority go think say the best party of our interest na the LCPP. And like a good candidate go come from any other political party, as long as you not get an appendage to LCPP, they not go vote you. The northerners na they look different from we small. Maybe na that make LCPP they pick vote under the PR in those districts where na APC stronghold. Because the northerner ain't go watch you even if you come out from another district, but you don't in this district, you don't do development day. I mean, get a friend, he don't die now, Romeo. Oh, the Kabbalah. Not to Kabbalah come on, na Bombali come on, but he don't work na Kabbalah, he don't serve the people. Now be a medical practitioner, be CHO, he open pharmacy, they treat people. He jump into politics there na local council, he made a vie on the APC. Initially, some man say, no, not where he born. But one good thing we have learned from one of the paramount chiefs we govern the town, Ali Mara. He buy me respect since that time. Ali Mara always say, me na SPPO. He said, but Romeo, it no matter whether na APC you did, the fact that you bring development and my own chiefdom, I go make sure say I support you. With or without you being APC, I will support you. And indeed, he stood by Romeo thick and thin of in political journey. Till Romeo win 2 times na council. But I'm na SPPO. So that na the northern people. As long as they perceive you say they bring value to what they do, then go support you. But if that were in the south, na different ball.
So the south now they really need for
yeah. So we really need voter education. And education around governance. Election is not about you fumble or you tribe. It's about who seeks your interest. It's about who promotes and champions una cause. If Mr. B not able for champion, then you don't have one mama border. I for able to tell her in face say no, bro, this was you don't wait. That sister, never mind a different tribe, but they we don't see what you do. We are promoting her. Until we begin move along this country also know the heal. Because you go to some part of the country, people go be embracive of everyone, but we go under then discriminate you. We even saw in the 2023 elections, when the opposition APC flag bearer they go na southeast, then they stop him. They go Pujon, they stop him. He was inhibited from going into Pujon, into Kaila, into Kenima. Then go na Sierra Ruta, they attack in supporters there. So, but we don't ever see that in 2023 in the north. When President Madabio, they go now, all of the northern places when our opposition stronghold.
Okay, so which lesson you think say? So
the lesson there is that sometimes proponents, they mislead and misinform the public about processes simply because they think say it suits their own aspiration. And so then they paint them like a white horse, but not a white horse. Until where you go peel and then you know say, oh, this na be red horse self na and go paint so turn and white. Or na black horse. But because they know so want white horse, they paint her like na white. So we need for be frank in having conversations where they deal with national development and nationhood building. That are the only thing we could help for salvage this country and make we not continue for go down the path we would go. Truth telling, I make we na this one program because truth na only will save this nation. If we not learn for say even the political truth to the powers that be, we go do that same mistake. And we're about doing the same mistake. I have seen people don't twat the conversation. This country be supposed for return to first past the post. Now they are pushing again PR for 2028. With constitution, the first past the post, the first preference in the elections. The PR now a makeshift system. Make them make an amendment because we still not be able to access this country. We're not there at war. Sierra Leone, we all they claim, even government they claim say Salon is peaceful. But I little wonder why we still shove the PR system down the throat of the people. And we don't empower political party leaders rather than the citizenry when they get election. Now the bad lesson about the PR system, it took away power from the people, and democracy is about the people. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And so when you take them away from them, you give political party leaders, sometimes are just 3 people, political chairman, political secretary general, party secretary general, and maybe the PR or the leader of that political party for choose and give symbol to people. You don't miss it out completely. And we see, I've been mentioned, say 2018 we get 3 independent candidates in parliament. Now because the political parties, they're not being given symbol. But the people wanted them. The constituents be want them, and then they said, "Then Lord go register you under independent." And they run. The party candidates will carry the symbol. You know, win them beat them. Nakalam, it happened. It happened na Pujon. So it tells you the people always get a strong say in the political makeup of elections because now then democracy really center around. But we take them away from them. Now the party now they decide. Party gave symbol to people for representing on the list. The constituent did not even know many of them. The list was not even open. Then another lesson we will learn that it was so much of a kangaroo business. Now only the party stalwarts them know that name there na the list. Somehow even you as a candidate you go know say okay, me name there on the list, but you don't know whose number you name there on that list. We saw an example where the woman win at Kennyman. ECS call am. They say can't take your certificate. Now you win. A dance only for the particular and say no, not to you. Now not that person win. So it created a whole lot of confusion. Another bad lesson of the PR system of 2023. You see, first past the post brings in equity of representation in parliament. What do I mean by this? Every constituency returns 1 member of parliament. No constituency, no big passing company. No matter how your population day, you carry 1 person to parliament. Even if I get small population, as long as I have been demarcated as a constituency, I they return 1 member in parliament. The PR system no do that.
Okay, well, Fambu, that na Charles Kef Kobai, when are the program manager and acting national coordinator for the National Election Watch. And you can same way so join we and be part of the conversation by sending a text message to the number 072-641-729. The number again now 072-641-729, or you could drop a comment now with Facebook platform and with YouTube channel. Yusuf must get something for say the PR system you really think say it good for the country, and the what now the difference so far with the PR system don't create. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back we will continue with the discussion.
Business not to for just make money. Now the engine where they push the economy go before. From that businessman who are make them for sales to that entrepreneur where they do massive innovation, where they shape the country in future. Kushe and Kabo Kabo now the big market. Also where they talk about business and how for make business go and change real life. Every week, we get for the talk about the things that where they happen at the market, things that like waiting government they do, and how in they affect price, profits, and other things there, and we own safe life. Small business or big business or manufacturer or investor or farmer or all get for the inside the big market talk. So sit down, open ears, listen, and join we participate every Tuesday 5 p.m. na True Talk Radio 98.5 FM. Also with the build strong business for strong country. Business not for just make money. Now the engine where they push the economy go before. From that businessman who are make them for sales to that entrepreneur where they do massive innovation, where they shape the country in future. Kushe and Kabo Kabo now the big market. Also where they talk about business and how for make business go and change real life. Every week, we get for the talk about the things that where they happen at the market, things that like waiting government they do, and how in they affect price, profits, and other things there, and we own safe life. Small business or big business or manufacturer or investor or farmer or all get for the inside the big market talk. So sit down, open ears, listen, and join we participate every Tuesday 5 p.m. na True Talk Radio 98.5 FM. Also with the build strong business for strong country.
Welcome back, and remember say the program where you listen to Nadi Well, where they come to you every Friday at exactly 7 p.m. and 1 hour program where they start at 7 and end at 8. And the topic we'll be done to talk on today, now the lesson we is London land from the PI system, and we guest for today now Charles Kobai. We don't talk lengthily on the PI system. So we're about to end. Star Charles, waiting some of the recommendation we will give to the government from a CSO point of view, where go make the PI system look efficient enough.
So for me, my advice to government is that first of all, government will allow citizens to decide between the PR system and the first past the post, which one more they benefit them. And based on the analogy the way I don't really, me think say the first past the post they benefit the people more. Because in the first past the post, let's go back to the two systems the way Salon, Abridge, and the copy. UK system and the American democratic system. They still get by elections. You see, so when sometimes people can water down democracy as though not just money, they determine democracy. Sometimes it can vex me because it's like you devalue the interest of the people. And one of the proponents, one of the things when they advance that, first past the post, they bring losses to the state. No, not democracy, not the way they losses people. By selecting the quality leadership, not they bring losses. We say the losses they now bring too many rotten eggs into PR system, then they represent in a parliament. If they bring bad governance, where they cause more losses to we as a state. For example, go to the local councils. Today, this country we don't embed in the governance system. Then local structure we call ward committee level. They are non-operative as I speak to you now under the PR system. Because the ward committee level they be there by constituencies. So every constituency they get ward. And then ward and they get ward committee, we get equal female and male representation. With that democracy in development bedrock, now they start. You get the people then be part of governance processes and the development architecture of their own district. Today, that power, PR don't take away from them. So the first past the post really, they exhibit the strength and definition of the real democracy, government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The PR don't empower political party leaders. Many of them amass money across the political party. Especially APC and SFPP. For some smaller parties, sometimes because they want candidate, then go encourage you without bribe them for get symbol for candidate. But we all know in some places it's a sure ball when SFPP grants you symbol. So you get some man they go bribing away forget that. Because scarcely they happen at their party the day as a result of that. Citizens then they want particular set of candidates, they don't get a symbol. When those primaries happen, we saw confusion the way it emerged. Some people then they are not one for the call name because I didn't public something. But I just decide it happened, a boy, it happened, a Kenima, somebody go nine at the primary nine they elect. At the end of the day, when the party I say no, not to you who want to, then give another person. It happened at the APC stronghold back, then they give symbol to people that where the constituents they don't want. So at the end of the day, you take power away from the people. They are not even accountable to the constituents because at the end of a small constituency easy for them also. We will not go blame them too much because for a whole district now, for example, Kenma has 12 MPs. We're in a bad place than even though I come up from the south, when I didn't born me. So each time where they set example, I can look at those places when we come up. Kenima get 12 MPs. It's difficult for them even get those 12 MPs for go together, sit down together for determined development for Kenima district as a whole. But when it were constituency based, that particular constituency can just easily demand from the MP an attention for a development, then we'll get the attention. But today, not it happens so. And if out of the 12, 6 willing, and the other 6 not willing for go engage, then you stall processes. So these are the bottlenecks within the PR district block representation system we really need for get rid of. And go to a system that recognizes the right of the people, that recognizes the input participation of the people, where they make the people become very much empowered for question MPs. During the first past the post, if you don't neglect your constituency for 2 years, you know, say that remaining 3 years, if I don't go, I am losing that constituency. You start going. You see, so there's a way the people will still have to benefit from you if you really want to go back to parliament. And sometimes in that process, you go come that 3 years, you do development now, you don't late. Then he still turn you down, say, no, we don't want you because you not be taken serious. But in the PR system, they don't have a say. Now the party, whether you come, you not come, whether you go development, you not go development, the party will always, as long as the person where they give you symbol is okay with you, can give you the symbol, can award you the symbol, and you can still go and represent that district. Where now bad governance practice the democracy is about accountability. It's about people's participation. It's about transparency. How do you even come about having people issued or awarded with symbols? All the transparent aspects be missing in the award of symbols within the political parties. All of them fall short of that. No one party, no they win an angel. They all fell short of it. And wait till you say nice. In fact, another bad thing we have been not failed for mention. It both ends between the SLPP side and the APC side. Then go crowd MPs in a particular area, and then the left other side. That's why I've been telling you about equity in representation under the first past the post where the PR not get that. You get some places now, then cluster. In Poloko, if you go now, that Lokomasama way big, you not get. But Lunge get 3 MPs where they did. Small Lunge. Where now be one constituency, where be means that one person be supposed to represent it. You go now Kenima, you get some side and they way council or not did it. So it is stalled development. You go now Moyamba, the same thing they happen. So many of the cases really not okay. You go take multiple people, you put them in one cluster for represent the people, where another side they not get. But in the first past the post, that not even happen. Every constituency is sure of having one MP to be returned to parliament. We give more power, it make the process transparent, it make them more accountable, it make them participatory, where people are able to contribute to that one day and play a role and feel belong to that process.
Okay, so from an honest point of view, you think say the country for continue with the PR system in the next election or for return back to the constituency?
For me, it's a big no, except if we want to deceive the country and the people for
That
push.
you know want for make the
We no need for continue with the PR. Giving all the negative things here where the PR don't hatch in with governance. It don't create series of bottleneck in development. It don't detach the MPs, the councillors from the people. First past the post go able to address those challenges. And one myth where I need for demystifying here, where proponents be used also. That PR they promote peace, first past the post they promote violence. It's a myth. Yeah. We observe, I think about 36 by-election between 2018 to 2022. Now, when we start, we get acrimonious by-elections. But when the Electoral Commission and the PPRC began to constructively engage the political parties, they begin to understand the underlying currents and way they lead to violence in those elections. Then talk their way, then people they work out with, they call them marshal. I say, no, any political party now way they come, you don't need marshal. Number two, if you know they in this constituency, you know for candidate. As them put those measures in place, we had a good number of less violence in those elections. We tell you, not all the electoral system get the violence, but the Sierra Leone attribute. Sierra Leone, after we war, post 2002, we don't become so violent in nature. Even our hosts, na neighbor, you see every time na street people they fight. Not to election make them they fight you. But for different issues. Now the attitude of just the Sierra Leonean. So it's about addressing the attitude of the Sierra Leonean. We don't make them violent in nature and help for curtailing by putting regulations in place where they safeguard elections so that violence not go today. We thought without PR or first past the post, violence still happen. Even in the PR we saw violence. So many of them. We saw a candidate, female candidate, na Pujonte and throw acid panel. That whole zone day, the opposition candidate and none ever able to contest because they were hounded down. Kenima, we saw it went viral because now woman, and so we all took that interest. They attack and they beat and they check in billboard. So na be PR system now. Violence na say na Sierra Leonean nature down now. It's unfortunate, and we need to tackle that. We need to handle it squarely. Let we understand say violence not to any good way for solve problem. Bring your issues to the table, and then we can dialogue. Dialogue na the best way. When you dialogue, even with your strongest opponent, it can reach a moment when they able for result. We saw when APC and SLPP then go dialogue when I could get this tripartite so today. Yes, then be so agitated the APC after election. But at least when we get few people in government, we say there is no way we can allow this to keep going. Let's sit and talk. You see how them broke a peace? You see how APC returned to parliament and to governance? So it tells you with constructive dialogue, we can always help to solve and resolve our issues without to not go into violence. And now about we as Sierra Leoneans, we need to look at the mentality, we approach to things, and we acceptability of other people. Nothing say it get for me, you and you no more. No. What about the part of the other person? Okay. So if we get their acceptability, they will be able to go beyond violence and make things happen for ourselves as a country.
Okay, so we get two text messages here. This one say, thank you to Talk for an insightful program and thanks to the guest for speaking on this issue. Indeed, the PR system is not fair and governments need to do something about it. The other one say, as a listener, I want to know how does the PR system really benefit ordinary people like us and not just the politicians?
So to be honest, now the politicians and the political parties, they benefit. you see one political party dominating the governance landscape across the country. Except for one great district, as I been say, when at Bombali. How Bombali came about for let them be the only protected district where the ruling government not get seat today. Then get for teach Sierra Leoneans that mechanics they don't understand. But SFPP has seat in every other district, in 15 districts. So it empowers one side over the other. And we say this thing can promote national cohesion. It can't forget broader political space so that that side stronghold not for the again. But we see stronghold day, serious one in the PR system. Yes, it is. Especially on the side of the ruling government, then get stronghold. Nobody not penetrate the stronghold. They won all the seats 10 yanda, 12 yanda, 12 yanda, 11 years, 6 years, 7 years. So is this really how we want to continue to govern?
You think say that no fear?
Enough here. Because if we go back into the 2020 with the same system that's what for happen, and so you are gradually eliminating others from the governance landscape, we will bring tomorrow acrimony. And we in a country we don't go through war. Anything we go bring, we go precipitate violence at that magnitude, we go lead it to conflict and to war. We will avoid that. And one of the things where
Okay, I think we'll get a call. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good evening. What your name outside the call from?
Yeah, I call Nakabala. How do you to talk?
Fine. So waiting a contribution.
My contribution, I agree to the man within the studio right now.
Okay.
And for me, the PR system not benefit you because like for me, I'm not even serving me honorable. Say previously, I've been serving me honorable first past the post. And when I put the Lamin Kaba. So as of now, I think if you come on and Kabbalah to Hogona village now is 18 miles. I think the most kind of good SF right now. Now bike no more. Nobody without the complaint to nobody. So PR system is like not just for favor the ruling government and it don't make no sense to with the voters. And then on one side, the two sides. The highly corrupt in various political parties, more the SLPP and the APC. You go see today you name they done, tomorrow the AC name up, because now you get the high in a beat. Sometimes you put 50,000, you put 100,000, that man can put 200,000, the last man can put 500,000. Because you know, at the end of the day, if they receive, they pull that money, na business. So, not of decision, then they are now then the political party decision, based on then they are. So at the end of the day, at the party hierarchy they benefit because of bribe and all that. Like me, God I measure one thing. I can't imagine how they say I him win. At the end of the day, they say not to him win because he are the less bidder. The highest bidder now they give. So everything I need. No need. President Bill get all the opportunity 2018 where APC being the majority in a parliament for out inclusive for all of that. He said, well, when I get the speakership, after the country is steady, but not doing. Instead, they can go police and a parliament for go people that they fed people. No. Now they come to incense. Sorry, now they come to incense. They then do power sharing to the executive. They then do power share PR system. We know a PR system. We know one town.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your contribution. Mr. Charles, go get something for say.
yes, I agree 100% with my brother in view. He highly corrupt. The PR system where you go to political party, the symbol awarding, very, very corrupt. And the corruption not they backfire. Because just few people they operate in that cycle there. And so you not get way for challenger, even you don't go bribe or you name there or you name not the. But in the first past the post, if you go bribe, and then when I don't tie, they lose by you don't know. It can backfire by political party there. And quick, the citizens they can go rally around that candidate, then come support I go as independent candidate, and emerge victor as against the political party. So it give more power to the electorate. And it build confidence in the electorate then that we are part of this process. No matter how party they want hijack, now who get that? The last decision, not to we day. If you bring that candidate who not want her, will not go vote her. These are the powers that citizens want to continue to have. And in a democracy.
Okay, so what you gonna be your final saying to the government and to listeners?
So my final saying, and I will say this to President Bio with all honesty, like I did to President Nkrumah, who not been listening me. We did today in this quagmire, we will still continue with the 1991 Constitution. When I tell him, I say, you don't get nothing for lose, you are leaving. You don't serve you 2 times. Give way the Constitution where the people desire, because now the people consultation, they resolve with 134 recommendations, forget a new Constitution. They shy away from my take, only 20 of those recommendations make white people. Today will not get 1991 Constitution for change. I go say this same honesty to you, Fabio. You don't get nothing for lose again. Now allow you political party for put you into a situation tomorrow, 10 years, 15 years down the line, you don't left power. You begin to say, if I had not listened to this country not before don't go down to this level. Fabio, the Constitution where the very first prescription of electoral system, when I first passed the post, go back to one. In the interest of this country in harmony, in the interest of this country in development, in the interest of democracy, we prescribe say power to the people, for the people. Please, go back to the Constitution and respect the Constitution and not go back to first past the post. Salon no dey anywhere. Every partner is really accessible. You said they go internationally, they bluff, say, oh, country is peaceful, is secure, is accessible. Why do we want to continue with a system where now a makeshift system prescribed in an amendment where in case the country not accessible, now for user? Why we want to turn our mainstream system for with politics and with governance? It not good, it not go work. So I appeal to your conscience as the fountain of honor for this country. Not go continue with PR system. Now, because some people think say no more go benefit them, they are pushing you for let push them. But it not go good, it not go augur for the development of this country. Do you allow go back to that system where people understand, where they're able to interact with, where they're really able for go and put the stakes, say, I know who I am voting for. And that person will come back and be accountable to me when I first pass the post. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Charles Cover, for joining me today. And plenty thank you to our listeners for being part of the conversation and giving your input as well. I want to say plenty thank you to the executive producer, Wena Angola Valley, and also plenty thank you to the engineer, Wena Engineer Sherif, and we camera operator, Wena Mr. Paul, and my producer today, Wena Elfrida Sam, and me, we don't be on our host, Mina Marima Kalmamara Sote. Next week, Friday at exactly 7 p.m. for another edition of The Well. Tata.
Thank you.